Five drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go! I guess Tom forgot that he needs to also start matches, but it's okay. We're underway here for qualification match number 55 in autonomous. 62-38 going up to the barge, not quite connecting. 60-36 with their pretty loud robot, just barely not scoring on L2. As such, it's going to be the Blue Alliance with the lead as the drivers take those controls. Highlanders going up to the barge for the Blue Alliance. Popcorn Penguins doing the same for Red. Bread joining their Colorado-based partners and going up towards the barge. East Palo Alto Charobots not moving at the moment. Hopefully they can get something going here. However, the Blue Alliance does still have a lead, 65-49. 60-36, placing one on L4. Popcorn Penguins trying to get lined up with the barge. They are successful. 28-13, the Gearheads putting one on L2 for the Red Alliance, trying to get closer to Blue. 60-36, placing one on L4, 93-83. Red Alliance catching up just slightly, but the Blue Alliance is getting to work on that reef still. 59-40, just barely missing an L3 score as these two alliances pull within 7 points of each other now. 44-99, putting up an algae into the barge for the Blue Alliance. 28-13, scoring on L3. Popcorn Penguins going up to the barge for the Red Alliance. 60-36, now scoring on L1 using that chill-out style intake. Popcorn Penguins, algae bouncing out, nearly hitting a ref tablet as well. 59-40, placing one on L2. 156-137 in favor of the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance is looking to change that though. 28-13, scoring on L1. 28-13, picking up an algae off the reef, but also de-scoring some coral in the process. Algae going up into the barge, courtesy of the Popcorn Penguins. 172, 146, under 30 seconds left. What can Red do to try to take this match? 59-40 going on L1 for the Blue Alliance. 44-99, also looking to do the same with that awesome wrist of theirs. Now it's time to hit those climbs, folks. Popcorn Penguins putting one up in the bars. Gearheads getting lined up for the climb. 59-40 already up for the Blue Alliance, as are the Highlanders. Are we going to see any extra climbs now? 60-36 trying to get one last score on L1 as time expires on our penultimate match of the day.
And here are your official match scores from that last match, going to the Blue Alliance with a score of 220 to 181. Both alliances earning the 3 bonus ranking points over the course of that match, and we're going to send it over to the desk to let us know how that match unfolded.
All right, second to last match of the day, Blue taking it. What are you thinking?
Well, 6 RP for Blue, 3 RP for Red. You know, what is a unicorn but a horse with a horn at this point? Very good match by both alliances. We were talking about how the teams really knew the ins and outs of one another. So fantastic gameplay coming out of both alliances here. I really liked seeing how 62-38, 60-36, and 28-13 all tried to manage the space between one another and try and keep that flow going. Surprisingly, it was the Blue Alliance that was able to kind of outscore the Popcorn Penguins on the barge algae. So something notable there, right? With 44.99 coming from out of town and 59.40 both putting up those barge points.
Absolutely. Also on the Red Alliance, there was a little bit of difficulty with some descoring of Coral. Probably not the deciding factor in this match, but didn't help with that outcome either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Before we talk about the last match, let's pull up the rankings, just give it a view. All right, you can see our number one ranked team, Team 694 with 42 RP, 6-2, followed by 94.50 with 42 RP. Aiden, can you talk a little bit about, you see them with a 7-1 loss. What is the difference maker there between the two of them?
Yeah, I mean, so the tiebreaker right now is coming down to the average score of the matches, right? So 694 has just been putting up some banger matches left and right. Even though they are tied in RP, that tiebreaker going to 694, super impressive that it's coming from a loss, actually. 694 just still managing to get all the ranking points wherever they can and maintain that lead despite being 2 down. So really, really great stuff. 254 starting to trail there in the bronze position here. Also at 6-2 with 40 RP. They're going to need to fish for as many as they can as we get into these last few matches.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this the top 10 rankings look nothing like this tomorrow. We get a bunch more matches after this. All right, last match of the day, match number 56. Let's throw it down to the field.